everyone, today I will be showing you how I'm making my coloring books because I thought it'll be an interesting video to share with you how I make them. So firstly, the very first step is to pick a theme for your coloring book. So you can decide what you'll draw. Will it be human characters? Will it be animal characters? Will you be drawing both on each page? Because I did that with one of my coloring books. I drew girls with their pet dogs. But for this coloring book I'm working on, I decided to draw girls in pants or jeans. So that's the recurring theme, and the tops I decide on a whim pretty much. So, and after that, you'll need to pick the number of designs you will be featuring in your coloring book. So for that, I always pick 30 designs because it's not too many and not too little. It's just the perfect number, at least for me. So then what I do is I gather inspiration on Pinterest. On Pinterest, I have, as you can see, many boards featuring inspiration for each coloring book I want to make. This one is the inspiration for the third coloring book with dogs and girls walking them. So here, this one, I have inspiration for the current coloring book I'm working on. And you can do the same. Create a board and pin all kinds of inspirations for outfits and poses you'd like to have in your coloring book. After you gather inspiration and have pose references, you can start sketching each character. The process of sketching each character out can take up to 30 days for me, but since each coloring book takes me about 2 months to make, including the gathering of inspiration and sketching and line arts, I don't just focus on only sketching first, because I sketch out the first characters and then I start making the line art for each of them. So I just decide on a whim whether that day I want to sketch a character or do I want to make a line art of that character. So for that reason, so I wouldn't get lost and confused, I make myself a list like this. Here you can see my checklist for the coloring book volume 4 that I'm working on right now. Here I have a list of 30 sketches, and I have marked off the sketches that I've already made. I number each character just so it make it easier for me to track. So as you can see, I only have 2 characters left to sketch out, and if needed I might redraw a couple, so I have some extra space for that. And then I mark down the line arts I'm making. So line arts usually, a single line art can take me from 20 to 30 minutes to make. So it's not too long, just because, but sometimes I just feel like sketching more. So I end up doing the sketches faster, and then I focus on the line arts, but it really depends. And I have space for the cover. For the cover, I need to color in certain designs, so I pick out a few girls to color in. then I design the cover in Canva usually. What I do is I check the margins and the size of the cover that I want, and then I create a file in Canva. Here you can see my latest design for the chibi coloring book that I made of chibi witches. So I color in one or two girls here, and I make the cover. And on the back cover, I usually upload one or two line arts that fit on the back. So that way I make the cover. After making the cover, I make the interior file of the coloring book. So I just add each girl and make sure to double check I don't have repeating designs, because that can easily mistake that can be made. So just be careful. That's why the list that I've shown is very helpful, and the numbering of each girl. And I leave a blank page in between the designs, just so while coloring the bleed through can happen. So it's just better to have the design on one side and the other page blank. But since Amazon KDP doesn't allow completely blank white pages, I just added a little heart design that I'm using as part of my brand. In a way, I just really like this little heart, and I added it in the beginning of, I wanted to show you here. Here I've added it in the beginning as well. So you can pick any design in between here. You can draw something yourself if you want to. I have not figured out what's the best design to add here, so for now it's just that little heart. So yeah, and after the cover and the interior is done, you go to Amazon, and then of course you can use a different publishing platform if you'd like, but I really like the Amazon one, just because it's easier to upload, and you click on create, you click on create paperback, and then you just follow each step. You add a book title, a subtitle if you'd like. You can add your book to a series, and you write down your author name. It can be a pen name or your real name. You add a description and some keywords. Choose a couple categories for your book and mark down either it's an adult content or not. So it's a coloring book, so no adult content in there. And you just follow the remaining steps and upload your files after that. It takes about up to 3 days for Amazon to review your book, and then it's published. If there are no problems with your size and margins and your title, make sure that the title that you have on your cover is the same book title that you write down here, just because Amazon won't approve your book if it's any different. And after your book is approved and live on Amazon site, you can order author copies. And this is how they look like. So I ordered the glossy cover one. So now I have 4 coloring books out, and I'm looking forward to publishing volume 4 of this series, and then maybe I'll move on to making another chibi coloring book, volume 2. So yeah, it's pretty easy to make the coloring book. You just need to draw a bunch of designs, upload them on Amazon, and it's published. And if you're lucky enough, you can get a few sales, not only from your friends and family, but from strangers as well, who will buy your book. So let me know in the comments if you're excited to make your own coloring book. And yeah, thank you for watching. It was fun to make this video. Let me know if you would like a more in-depth video on one of the steps, or more of these kind of videos featuring the making of my coloring books. And see you in my next video. Bye!